The Lonely Tower Fractal will take you to an altered version of the Wizard's Tower, where you have to free the Fractal from demons. I'm Simmer and here's a detailed breakdown of the Fractal. Fractal is on day and we cannot use slaying potions effectively in this Fractal, but force and impact sigils on power builds should be sufficient. After leaving the starting area, head right through a hallway filled with Despair global AoEs that inflict agony and torment. These AoEs deal moderate damage, so proceed carefully and heal as needed before reaching the room with the Astral Purifier nodes. Inside you will encounter Astral Purifier nodes that require you to complete a button matching minigame. During this time, avatars of Spite will spawn and try to reach the Purifiers, potentially interrupting the purification process by exploding upon contact. There are two approaches. First one uses stability to prevent interruptions from the avatar's explosions. The second one uses stealth to bypass the avatars, allowing for uninterrupted purification. Alternatively, your team can quickly eliminate the avatars before they reach the Purifiers, enabling you to purify multiple nodes at once, with careful timing. Once all the nodes are purified, the Despair global AoEs in the hallway will vanish, letting you return to the starting area. Take the newly opened left path for another Purifier challenge, now featuring the additional hazard of grasping hands that slow your movement. Closest player to each boss receives fixation, meaning you must keep Cerus and Deimos apart to avoid the Brothers United buff, which increases their damage by 50%. Of course, if you can manage the increased damage, you can pull them together for cleave. Deimos has 3 mechanics. Black oil. Deimos spawns patches of black oil that expand when stepped on. Avoid these areas to prevent the oil from spreading throughout the arena. Ants. Ants will spawn beneath the furthest player. These should be kited away from the group to keep the battlefield clear. Smash. Deimos executes a large AoE smash attack that knocks players back. Dodge out of its range to avoid being hit. Cerus has 3 mechanics. Malice Shadow. Cerus creates a shadow clone of a player that runs towards him. Defeat the shadow before it reaches Cerus to prevent him from gaining empowered stacks. Cry of Rage. Cerus channels a large AoE attack that deals significant damage. Dodge or block this attack to reduce the damage taken. Orbs. Damage in orbs will appear above each player. Drop them away from the group to keep the arena clear. The Eparch Encounter focuses on managing an emotion orbs that spawn from his attacks. These orbs can either provide buffs to players or empower Eparch, so effective management is essential. Eparch's attack generate various globals, each with unique effects on players and Eparch himself. Collecting these orbs is vital for controlling the pace of the fight and preventing Eparch from gaining powerful buffs. Rage Global. Red. Increases your outgoing damage but also raises the damage you take. If Eparch collects this, his damage output increases. Despair Global. Blue. Reduces incoming damage but lowers your damage output. If Eparch gets this, he takes reduced damage. Envy Global. Green. Boosts your condition damage and boon duration. If Eparch collects it, he corrupts your boons. Malice Global. Purple. Enhances crowd control effectiveness, but adds extra conditions to you. If Eparch collects this, his attacks inflict additional conditions. Gluttony Global. Orange. Heals you over time but also causes periodic damage. If Eparch consumes this, he restores health. Eparch's attacks influence the fight's flow, making it crucial to manage the globals while dealing with its attacks. Spiral AoE. Eparch creates spiraling AoEs that spawn Despair globals. Avoid standing in the spiral pattern while collecting blue globals to minimize damage. Avoid standing in a spiral pattern while collecting blue globals to minimize damage. Fire Shockwave Slam. Eparch slams the ground, sending out shockwaves that create rage globals. Dodge the shockwave and decide when to collect red globals to maximize your damage while minimizing your risk. Arrow Wave. Eparch fires arrows in 4 directions, spawning envy globals. Position yourself between the arrows and quickly collect green globals to prevent corruption. Spin Pull. Eparch pulls players towards him while dealing damage over time. This attack spawns gluttony globals. Use mobility to escape the pull while balancing the collection of orange globals for healing and managing the periodic damage. Shard AoE. Eparch steps the ground, creating malice globals and small AoEs under players. Stay mobile to dodge the AoEs while preparing to use purple globals for enhanced crowd control. After every 7 attack patterns, Eparch will enter a break bar phase. During this phase, he gains a permanent barrier and consumes all available globals. Breaking his Defiance bar will remove stacks of his empowered states, decreasing his effectiveness. Collecting orbs before this phase is crucial to prevent him from becoming too powerful. With defeating Eparch, you have successfully beaten the Lonely Tower Fractal. I hope you found this quick guide useful. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more guides in this series and much more, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.